I'm Donald Sienkiewicz of the Estate Preservation and Planning Law Office in Amherst, New Hampshire. I'm going to tell you why trusts are more important for young, poor people than they are for rich, old people. So most people, when they hear the word trust, they think, well, I don't need that because I don't have a ton of money. And trusts are very useful for older, wealthier people. If you've got assets saved up, you can pass your money to your kids or your other loved ones, avoiding probate, which costs a bunch of money, adds a bunch of time. You can avoid estate taxes, although frankly, with the estate tax exemption at 11 million bucks per person, that's 22 million bucks for a married couple. I don't have a lot of clients who have that problem. Trusts are still really useful if you want to avoid leaving your money to your son-in-law or your daughter-in-law, if you've got a kid who's in a shaky marriage, or if you've got a kid who's got a special need or has an addiction or just doesn't hold on to money very well, or you just want to tie everything up neatly in a bow for your kids so it's not a big hassle to deal with. But it's really important that you have a trust if you've got young children. Why? If you die, say you and your spouse go out on a date on Friday night, you flip over the car, both of you are gone, boom, you leave a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, or maybe a 10-year-old and a 17-year-old, or maybe a 23-year-old. And you've got, say, $500,000 worth of term life insurance, which you should have, right? You really should have some life insurance if you got kids and a spouse. Anyway, so you don't want that money to go to the kids. Why? Well, if they're 3 years old and 5 years old, they can't legally inherit property. So someone's got to petition to be guardian for them and set up guardianship accountings every year with the probate court, and that adds a lot of expense and complication. And then the kids get the money at 18 anyway. So is 18 a good age to get $300,000, $400,000? No. What is a good age? I don't know. 25, 30, 35? That's an individual decision. But you don't want your minor kids inheriting when they legally can inherit at age 18. So what you do is you write a trust, you name your Uncle Fred or your brother Bobby or your sister Susie, who's the CPA and is going to take good care of her niece and nephew and is going to manage their money well, and you name the trust as the beneficiary of your life insurance policy. So trusts are much more important for parents with young children than they are for people who've actually accumulated a lot of assets. There's a much bigger save that can happen. Much better to leave your money to a responsible adult in trust for your young children. So if you want to learn more about trusts, just click on the link by this video and scroll down and download the white paper that says, what is a trust? There's also a really good one called How to Select a Trustee, and there's also a good one, How to Select a Guardian for Your Children. That's the person who actually raises your kids, not the person who manages your money. Okay? Happy reading.